What is happening? We are back with another Sunday sunset, and it's been quite some time uh, because it hasn't been sunny enough to capture the sun. But it's December 1st, and it is our first, it's not technically winter, but yeah, we'll call it the winter sunset. And it's quite remarkably different than our last couple, so you can see the angle here. Much lower. It is almost 4 o'clock, about 3:30, and then 4:30 is the time the sun will be setting. For us, it will be about 4 with the tree line here and the mountains that it's going to be setting over. But you can see that it is setting way, 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 way out in the horizon, which is just it's a lower angle, so it's making bigger circles. And the only explanation for that would be the sun's movement in relation to a flat, fixed, stationary Earth. There's just no way to comprehend how it could be a different angle without understanding that. It was much higher in the sky, and it was much farther right just a couple months ago, and now it is much lower and much farther away, and that's why it's setting much earlier. And yeah, it might be changing its speed as well. That is something that we would have to use some instruments to use to measure it. But it seems to be making faster circles as well. But the angle of it, because of its rotation and not the Earth's rotation, is I think the only explanation that is satisfactory. But I'm going to move the camera here and let you see east, and then let you see where it was in the winter, the west over here, so you can get kind of an idea. And then I'm gonna cut it a little short today because I want to make a short video because I haven't been able to show the winter compared to the summer. I was making a lot of short videos about it. And you can check out those just minute little videos to see the difference of the angle. It's just really fascinating. But yeah, it's a good place to start. A lot of people think that the sun proves the Earth is a ball, and I don't think it's anything close to that. So it proves it's a little complicated. First and foremost, take a minute, but definitely go look at it for yourself. And 90% of people go, well, it's just geocentric then. Yeah, but like, what does that actually mean? Even if it is a ball and it's geocentric, it still means it's not in the sky. It still means there is no universe in the way they say there's a universe. That's the bigger thing with flat Earth. It's not just the shape of the Earth. It's the position of the Earth in the heavens. And what we're really saying is there is no universe. There is no heaven, essentially. The heavens and the earth, if you read the Bible, it's very clear. There is no heaven yet. And the churches all join heliocentrism. All the religions all join it to try to build a heaven so you're in their emotional state. It's really weird. It doesn't really work, but it kind of does in a way where you think you know everything. You think you have omnipresence. You think this science thing is your God, and you don't even really know you're doing it. And then next thing you know, we're arguing about the shape of the earth, and I'm telling you that the earth isn't moving, the sun's moving, and you're going, no, 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 it's a ball. And it couldn't be sillier. And you guys don't understand how futile you are in your thinking. You don't even take a second to go look at it. Go look at it outside of the computer. Go look at it outside of the technology, and quiet yourself, and you will understand that this earth ain't moving, man. That's the number one thing. It's quite peaceful. It's quite beautiful, and I don't know why we spend so much money and so much time and so much energy with the heavens and the outer spaces, and the governments are obsessed with it, and the NASA's, and all the world is connected to it, and that's really how they control everybody's mind. If we can break everybody out of that one, I think we can bring peace on this earth, and we can stop trusting government, and we can understand that government is the number one problem, and they're the number one problem by stealing the heavens first and foremost. They've always done it. The Babylonians did it, the Persians did it, the Greeks did it, the Romans did it. They all worship the stars, and then they get us in their energy catch, and we're thinking forwards is backwards and backwards is forwards. We're just confused. And it's pretty simple that this Earth isn't moving. So anyways, let me move the camera here. And you don't have to get into the spiritual stuff too much, but we do have to talk about it because it does come up. So this is west over here. And this is where the sun was setting this summer. And then these mountains here is kind of where it's ducking behind. And then this is east. That's about due east, about right, kind of beyond that pole there. Yeah. So what the sun is doing is it's making a triangulation with our eyes due to perspective. And it's going up and it's going down. Hey, we got Olivia, what's up? How are you? Doing good? Thanks for stopping by. Why did the chicken cross the road? It didn't. Roads can't walk. Let me keep it still here. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're doing the final scam, the final experiment down in Antarctica in just a couple days, maybe a couple weeks, I guess we should call it. I haven't been paying attention too much to it. They're gonna fake it. They're gonna show you a noon sun, and then tell you that noon sun is south and went behind them to say it proves a ball. That's what they're gonna do here. And I've already exposed that. I've already made a bunch of videos on it. But that's why I started doing this summer. And you can just kind of tell that that's what they're going to be doing. It will be a low-angled sun out there, and they're not going to show you that low-angled sun at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. it's going to be so low on the horizon. And then at noon, it's just going to look different, but it's going to look opposite. And you could kind of tell if you were out there what it would look like from what it looks like here. But it's possible, depending on the speed, depending on the angle. We don't know. They don't let us go out there. I don't think there is a 24-hour sun. There's never historically been reported a 24-hour sun from Antarctica. There's videos in January when there's supposed to be a 24-hour sun of it setting out there. So it's about I think it's about a 19-hour sun from most places in Antarctica. So the further you would go out, and they're not actually going that far out, it would be less of a chance. But they're pretending like they're going really far out, and they're going to where it's about a 19-hour sun, and it can be light out for 24 hours, and then they fast forward and show you the sunrise, and then it's pretty high in the sky right away, and then boom, they say it's a ball, and it proves a ball. Well, it's just not that easy. The 24-hour sun in the north, you can hardly see it. A big cloud jumps in front of it. Does that count as a 24-hour? We say there's a 24-hour sun in the north, but it just depends. It is not simple, but it's the only one they can do. They can't do water curvature experiments because that will fail. That will prove flat Earth. They can't do travel experiments going from the southern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere without going in the northern hemisphere. They can't go on the bottom of their ball. They can't go from Argentina to Africa. They can't go from Australia to Africa. They can't go from those places without going into the northern hemisphere. They go across it. They could try to like loop around. They could hook like around the circle of the plane, but they don't do that. That would take way too long. So that's the game that this becomes. It becomes very, very, very cat and mouse on their end. And yeah, they pick a guy who's fugazier than a $3 bill in Jaron. I've been dealing with Jaron since the very beginning. I am, in Eric Dubé's mind, I'm responsible for Jaron. The first time Eric called me a shill was with Jaron. I'm the one that told Eric about Flat Earth. And then he goes, I'm creating shills. I didn't really know what a shill was at the time. So they squeezed me out pretty bad. But, you know, Dave Weiss and Jaron, they were interested in it, so I was telling them about it. Dave Weiss ended up becoming a flat earther. Jaron, he goes back and forth. Sometimes he's a flat earther, sometimes he's not. I think he does believe the earth is flat. I just think he doesn't like the God stuff, so he fights it on that regard. But anyways, that's why I started doing this, and I don't know if there's gonna be another sunset where I'm able to see the sun. So if not, this might be our last winter one, but because it gets pretty cloudy out here. But this is pretty great. But I'm gonna cut it early here pretty soon. I'm gonna make my short video so I can put it together with some of my other clips from the summer to show the difference in a minute, so you don't have to listen to me babble. But yeah, thanks for joining. And if it is nice out next Sunday, we will do it weather permitting.